Well, here I am back at the pond. I was out here earlier this season and didn't do very well at all. That is not good. Okay, nothing. But now here we are, it's mid-July, it's been a couple months. The water's a lot lower, a lot less vegetation growing in it, so we'll see how we do today. I think we're gonna do a lot better. Got half a dozen traps with me, so we'll get those set and see how it goes. Not a real big one, but that's a good sign. Let's get the rest of the traps in. All right, before we put that last trap in, I just wanted to talk really quickly about bait. I like to use cat food. I always try to find salmon or tuna flavor, some kind of fish flavor if I can. I take my can opener, just poke a bunch of holes in the top, and then I use this piece of wire to attach to the trap, and I can reuse the wire over and over. Now I know some of you like to give me a hard time about this. And Mike over at the Crayfish channel, I'm thinking about you. Mike has shown that other baits, like fresh fish, can work a lot better, and I totally agree with that. So why would I use cat food? Well, it's just so much more convenient. It's cheap, it's easy to transport, because it's sealed until you use it, and then when I'm done, all I have to do is rinse any cat food out, and then I can recycle the can. So it's really easy, and I'm willing to trade that for maybe a little less productivity. But that's my story, I'm sticking to it. Let's get that last trap in. All right, so all the traps are in. Now we just have to be patient and wait. And while we're doing that, I wanted to show you this area. I don't know if you can see it real well through the camera, but the bottom of the pond here is just totally featureless. All I can see is mud. And in my experience, that's bad. You really want to find some cover and some structure underwater that crayfish can hide in. That always seems to be more productive. I've thrown traps into water like this. Even if it is deeper, it still seems like it doesn't help. You just don't get very many crayfish. So I would encourage you to always look for places with cover and a lot of structure where crayfish can hide, and I think you'll do a lot better. But I guess we'll find out together in a little while. I'll check back in with you soon. All right, I hiked back to this first spot. It's been almost 2 hours. I think that should be more than enough time. Trap is in there somewhere. Let's pull it out and see what we got. Well, some. Not too bad. Nothing amazing, but maybe 2 dozen in there. Okay, we'll put them in the bucket and see how the rest of the traps look. Yeah, not so hot in this one. Well, there's a few. Might have a dozen in there. Hey, I'll take it. Oh, I see some that fell off from the outside. Hope that means there's a lot on the inside. Oh yeah, look at that. See some in there. Oh man, look at that. That is awesome. Just full of these red swamp crayfish. And, oh yeah, there's a few. Not bad, I'll take it. So one of the dangers of camouflage line is that sometimes even I can't find them. I just looked all over for this one. You can see it tied on right down there, so it's our last one. We'll pull it in and see what we got. Maybe. Not too bad. Whoops, there goes one. Okay, I think these are probably done. Oh yeah. Only takes about 4 or 5 minutes of good steam to cook them, so we're all set. Okay, so here we are with today's catch. We ended up with about 100 red swamp crayfish, which I think is great for only a couple hours worth of work. You know, the couple points I wanted to emphasize one last time are, number one, time of year is really important. So if you're out there way too early or too late, you might not have good luck even though you're in a good spot. So that's an important thing to consider. The other thing is, once you find a spot, look for areas with a lot of cover and that kind of structure where crayfish would like to hide, and you'll do a lot better. At least that's my experience. Before I sign off, I wanted to show you one more time the difference between a male and a female crayfish, how you can tell for sure. I showed this in a different video, but I thought it might be instructive to do it one more time. So I'm going to take this one. This is a male. You can almost tell just from looking at it from the top, because big claws, pretty big crayfish, almost certainly a male, but to make sure, you flip it over. I'm going to use my knife as a pointer. And we can see that of these swimming legs, the ones towards the body are much thicker. So that means it's a male. If we look at a crayfish like this, a little smaller, a little darker, it's probably a female, but to make sure, you can flip it over and look at the swimming legs there, and notice that they're all about the same thickness. They're all pretty thin and fine. So this is a female crayfish. That's how you can tell for sure. Well, hey, I got some crayfish to clean, so I'm going to get going. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Whoops. Now I gotta go get that string. Oh well, good thing I wear my boots.